comes Tony, walking in the room, mic in hand, something's about to boom. Tell me what you gotta say. Tell me, make it count today. Big Tony speaks, and everybody listens. Big Tony speaks, his voice just keeps on lifting. When Tony talks, you know you gotta hear him. Big Tony speaks. Sit right down, let me hear your voice. Share your thoughts, Tony gives you choice. Tell me what you gotta say. Tell me, make it count today. You always speak, Big Tony speaks, and everybody listens. Big Tony speaks, his voice just keeps on lifting. When Tony talks, you know you gotta hear him. Big Tony speaks. Big Tony speaks. He got something to say every single day. He's got something to say. Come on out and play. Big Tony speaks, and everybody listens. Big Tony speaks, his voice just keeps on lifting. When Tony talks, you know you gotta hear him. Big Tony speaks. Big Tony speaks. Big Tony. Big Tony speaks.
What is going on, everyone? Having technical difficulties. So, yeah, for some reason, I could see on my monitors and on Marilyn's phone and etc. that the signal was going out. You know, you all were seeing the intro video and everything, but my screen was blank, and my timer to let me know when the intro video was over was not counting down. You know, nothing was on my Rumble Studio. Nothing was working as it was supposed to, which is insane. When I could literally see what is going on at Killer Carl. Shoot, glad to see you in the chat. But yeah, I'm having all kinds of issues with the Rumble Studio. Are you going to be on tonight, Carl? If so, I'll probably join you. He may have already hopped out. He usually hops in, says a couple of things, and hops out. But anyway, it is what it is, you all. Welcome back to Big Tony Speaks. Only show brave enough to stare directly into the blazing dumpster fire of modern civilization and report back with eyebrows still intact. Look, they're still there. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2026. And, well, you know, I think historians are going to have a rough time explaining our era right now. Future generations are going to discover our archives and conclude that humanity spent decades building AI, artificial intelligence, reusable rockets, quantum computers, and I don't know, advanced medical technology, only to immediately use those achievements to create new and exciting ways to behave like complete and total lunatics. We've cured diseases. We've mapped the human genome. We've landed reusable rockets upright. For Christ's sakes, Elon Musk catches them with chopsticks. And I'm not even joking. And somehow we're still getting entire international flights turned around because somebody thought naming their Bluetooth device after an explosive was peak comedy. That's where we are. The future has arrived. Yeah. The future has arrived. This is it. This is the future. It's not what we thought back when we were kids, with all the flying cars. No, this is it. Yeah, the future arrived and immediately tripped over its own shoelaces and fell into a decorative fountain. Tonight we got flying idiots, criminal alligators, heroic alligators, and lost dentures, missing fish tanks, airborne headphones, and enough evidence of societal collapse to fill several congressional hearings. So grab yourself a drink, hide your Bluetooth settings, and for the love of all that is holy, check the back seat before exiting your Uber. Let's get into it. Oh, okay, let's begin with a story that perfectly summarizes the year 2026. A United Airlines flight heading from Newark to Spain had to turn around over the Atlantic Ocean after a suspicious Bluetooth device name triggered a security concern. The name of a Bluetooth device triggered a security concern. Think about that. Entire flight, hundreds of passengers, millions of dollars worth of aircraft, thousands of gallons of jet fuel, international security protocols, all because somebody somewhere thought it would be hilarious to rename a Bluetooth device. That's the modern equivalent of pulling a fire alarm because you wanted attention. Imagine being 4 hours into a transatlantic flight. You've finally fallen asleep. You got your neck pillow. You've accepted your fate. Then suddenly the captain announces, ladies and gentlemen, we're returning to Newark because one of you apparently shares a sense of humor with an unsupervised middle schooler. The Wright brothers are somewhere in the afterlife demanding refunds, let me tell you. I mean, humanity invented flight, then immediately weaponized Bluetooth settings. Congratulations, y'all. I mean, come on. You are now the first civilization in history capable of disrupting international travel using AirPods. For real, for real. Yeah. Oh, anyway. Oh, meanwhile in Louisiana, down there in the bayou, nature decided to assist law enforcement. Um, Police attempted to stop a suspected drunk driver. Well, that suspect fled on foot, which kind of reasonable. You understand that criminals flee. That's normal. You know, but then the suspect ran into a swamp right in there, willy nilly, and got attacked by an alligator. And like she said, you just can't make this up. Now, I've seen police departments expand resources before. I've never seen them subcontract investigations to prehistoric reptiles. Somewhere deep in that swamp, an alligator woke up and thought, hey, you know what? Public safety matters. The suspect got bitten, kept running. Police eventually located him using drones. So let's just review here. Let's go back over. Let's review this. This man was pursued by state troopers, attacked by an alligator. He was tracked by drones and still didn't surrender immediately. At that point, you are not escaping. You're participating in a live action remake of freaking Jumanji. Imagine explaining this to your attorney. And your attorney goes, Your Honor, my client was under extreme stress. Well, how so? Well, first, the police arrived. Then the dinosaurs. What? But wait. There's more, and it gets better. After the story went viral, the sheriff's office posted an AI generated image of the alligator receiving Deputy of the Year. They gave him a commendation as Deputy of the Year, and honestly, I think he deserves a promotion. That gator solved more crimes this week than some true crime documentary solved in 6 episodes. The alligator didn't need any body armor. He didn't need overtime. He didn't need a pension. He just showed up, did the job, and went back to being an alligator. Government efficiency has never looked so good. Imagine showing up to work Monday morning and learning you've been replaced by a reptile. At your performance review, Jerry, your numbers were down. What numbers? The alligator arrested 3 suspects and only ate one. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. You can't make this stuff up. Over in aviation news, a flight had to divert because a ground crew worker accidentally left a pair of headphones attached to the landing gear. The headphones survived. The plane needed inspection. The headphones survived. I need everyone to appreciate just what that means. My headphones die if I glance at them too aggressively. I drop them from waist height, and suddenly one earbud decides it's retired. Just, it's done. These headphones apparently experienced takeoff, high speed airflow, vibration, weather, and enough force to challenge basic engineering principles, and they survived. At this point, I don't want the brand. I want military contracts. Forget tanks. Forget armored vehicles. Build everything out of whatever those headphones are made from. The Pentagon should be studying them immediately. we might save some money, because I mean, I'm sure I'm sure that materials, in those headphones, didn't cost hardly anything. Oh, in other news, Uber has released its annual list of weird items left behind in vehicles. And apparently, society has collectively forgotten how objects work. People left behind in their Ubers dentures, ankle monitors, y'all. Ankle monitors, human hair, live freaking butterflies, fish tanks, gold grills. They left their grills behind. Breast milk. Breast milk, y'all. Somebody left a dishwasher in a freaking Uber. A dishwasher. Apparently, Aunt. Apparently, Aunt. At what point does an Uber become a moving storage unit? And how distracted are people? I mean, a dishwasher, y'all. Come on. Imagine carrying an entire dishwasher into a vehicle, completing the freaking ride, paying for the ride. Get out of the car, walk into your house, and only then realizing, wait a minute, I had an appliance with me. That's not forgetful. That's software malfunction. Human beings are apparently running on beta firmware. Among the strangest items recovered in the back of an Uber were dentures. Get this, listen. dentures containing only 2 teeth. 2. Not a full set. Not partials with some here and some here. No. Just enough teeth to make eye contact with strangers and create concerns. Somewhere out there is a person who smiled at a waiter and looked like a Halloween decoration. And more importantly, how do you not notice? How does a person lose 80% of their smile and continue their day uninterrupted? That's not losing a pair of sunglasses, y'all. This is losing a part of your face's operating system. That driver, oh my God, the poor driver, probably found those teeth and immediately called a priest. I mean, but I mean, y'all heard that list. Let's talk about the fish tank. Yeah, they're not, man. They're not. But let's talk about that fish tank. We're not talking about a goldfish bowl, a tiny decorative aquarium. No, a 75-gallon fish tank. Someone left it behind in an Uber. Now, I have questions, many questions. First, how did that 75-gallon fish tank fit into the vehicle? And second, how do you forget it? 75-gallon aquarium is not an accessory. Okay, this isn't like my watch. It's not an accessory. It's not a pair of sunglasses. You just sit down and forget about it. It's freaking furniture. What's going on, Patriot? It's freaking furniture, y'all. It's basically a transparent bathtub for fish. I could probably get in that thing and take a bath. Imagine the driver when he checked the back seat after dropping off a passenger. And he discovers an entire aquatic ecosystem. I mean, come on, y'all. You don't call Lost and Found. You call a marine biologist. At some point, this stopped being transportation and became a surprise adoption program. Somewhere out there, a fish is still wondering why his landlord disappeared. And also appearing on that same list with the fish tank and the 2 teeth and all the craziness, all in that mess on that list appears, get this, y'all, live butterflies. Live. Not the ones that are pinned to the little things and then you put it up for display. No. These were live. They were flapping around. They were alive butterflies. How do you forget live butterflies? It's not like they're exactly the most stealthy creature in the world. They're literally airborne confetti with wings. Picture that next passenger opening the door and being greeted by a cloud of butterflies. I mean, for a brief moment, they probably thought they'd actually accidentally entered a Disney movie. Just, poof, that thought right there. And then reality kicks in. Imagine being that Uber driver trying to explain it. No, officer, I'm not smuggling exotic wildlife. Then why is your Honda Accord full of butterflies? Honestly, I wish I knew. Rideshare drivers aren't transportation workers anymore. They're wildlife conservationists with cup holders. And the one that the item on that list, that gives me pause but raises so many questions. One passenger reportedly left behind an ankle monitor. An ankle monitor, y'all. The thing they put on you to track you when you're a bad person, when you have committed crimes. They want to know where you are at all times, so they put these ankle monitors on you. Somebody left their ankle monitor behind in an Uber. Let's all pause and appreciate the layers of bad decision making involved here. First, how does an ankle monitor just become detached? Second, if you're required by law to wear it, wouldn't you notice? It's like forgetting your car or your front door or gravity. Somewhere a parole officer received a very unusual call. Sir, we lost signal. Again? No, not again. This time we think the monitor is riding around downtown in a Toyota Camry. You know your life is taking a wrong turn when Uber's lost and found department becomes part of your legal defense strategy. And we talked about the dentures with just two teeth, yeah, right? Well, also recovered in the back of an Uber was somebody's gold grills. They left behind their gold grills, y'all. Now, for anybody who might maybe be under a rock and unfamiliar, grills are custom fitted gold dental jewelry. Translation: somebody lost expensive mouth armor. Imagine spending thousands of dollars on gold teeth and then casually leaving them in the back seat of your Uber. Really? Somewhere, a rapper smiled into the mirror and immediately experienced emotional devastation. That isn't losing jewelry. That's losing your entire brand identity. It's like Batman losing the Batmobile, or Superman losing his cape, or a podcaster losing Wi-Fi. Technically survivable, emotionally catastrophic. And then we arrive at what is perhaps the greatest mystery in all of transportation history. The dishwasher. The dishwasher. The large kitchen appliance. So I live in a small apartment. I even have one of the small ones that's made for a small apartment. You literally hook it up to your sink. And it is still a large appliance. Someone left an actual dishwasher in an Uber. And because they didn't specify that it was one of the small ones like what I have, I can only assume that it is actual full-size dishwasher. And I need answers. How large was this vehicle? How distracted was this passenger? Does this conversation even happen? The driver goes, anything else before you go? Passenger, nope. Driver, what about the major household appliance occupying 40% of the vehicle? And the passenger's just like, I mean, look, forgetting your phone makes sense. Forgetting keys makes sense. Forgetting an entire dishwasher suggests that your brain has entered sleep mode while your body continues operating independently. We're not dealing with forgetfulness anymore. We're dealing with advanced neurological jazz. let's review today's scorecard. An international flight gets turned around because of a Bluetooth device name. A suspected drunk driver gets arrested with assistance from an alligator, y'all. An alligator. The alligator receives a ceremonial promotion. Headphones survive conditions that would destroy lesser civilizations. People abandon fish tanks, butterflies, dentures, gold teeth, ankle monitors, and dishwashers. This isn't a news cycle. This is what happens when somebody shakes a snow globe filled with random human behavior and waits to see what lands. For real, y'all. We have reached the point where reality sounds like it was written by 3 comedians and a malfunctioning artificial intelligence. Future historians are going to study this decade and conclude that humanity became too comfortable. We've automated everything, and I believe that's the problem. Cavemen had to stay focused. If you forgot your spear, a mammoth sat on you. Today, you can forget an aquarium and still make it home. Civilization has removed all of the useful consequences. I think that I've finally identified the root cause. Nobody can focus on anything anymore. Every human brain now has approximately 7 browser tabs open at all times. Follow me here. One tab is work, one tab is social media, one tab is anxiety, one tab is wondering if you've left the stove on, one tab is remembering an embarrassing thing you said in 2014. And the remaining 3 tabs are playing music for some reason. That's how you leave a fish tank in an Uber. Your brain is buffering. That's how you forgot your dentures. Your operating system is overloaded. That's how you create an international security scare with Bluetooth settings. You're no longer making decisions, you're freestyling existence. Humanity isn't collapsing, it's multitasking itself into comedy. At the end of the day, there's actually something kind of comforting about all of it. For all of our technology, for all of our progress, for all of our artificial intelligence, quantum computing, autonomous vehicles, reusable rockets, and smart devices, human beings remain gloriously ridiculous. You can build a machine that lands itself from outer space and then forget your dishwasher in a ride share. You can create satellites that circle the globe, the whole earth, and then get arrested because an alligator was more effective than your escape plan. You can carry a supercomputer in your pocket, y'all, and then use it to rename your Bluetooth device and accidentally disrupt international aviation. By the way, he named it detonation device. That's the name that he named it. That's humanity, y'all. Capable of greatness, of unfathomable greatness. Committed to nonsense. And somehow, I don't know how, I can't grasp it, still moving forward like a shopping cart with one bad wheel. Well, that is my report for today. If you enjoyed this professionally assembled collection of human confusion, be sure to follow, subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, click the button, press the thing, sacrifice whatever algorithmic offering your platform requires, and join us again tomorrow. We're going to do it again. Because while we sleep, humanity will undoubtedly produce another fresh batch of unbelievable nonsense. So until next time, check your Bluetooth settings, check the back seat. Don't run from police through alligator infested swamps. And if you own a dishwasher, make sure you bring it inside. I'm Big Tony, your host. Stay safe, stay sane, and if sanity is no longer available, at least stay entertaining, y'all. What's going on, Ronan? Oh, Lord have mercy. At this point, I don't know what's going on. What's going on with y'all? Patriot, Ronan. What's up with y'all? And I appreciate all y'all showing up. Y'all are my OGs. Carl. I know he's probably doing his own thing and not paying attention to the show. He usually jumps in and jumps back out. So, but I appreciate all y'all coming and watching. You could have went to any podcast you came to mind, and I really appreciate that. So, and this is why I decided to switch it up and do this, man. See a smile on my face? How many smiles did you see before when I was telling y'all about all that negativity? All that divisiveness, you know, all that darkness. Tomato, tomato. Vitamin. Exactly my point. Score one for me. Oh yeah, I do that too. I do that too, Ronan. Yeah, some variation of that. Yeah, I do. I think a lot of people do that, but I mean, you don't do that on a freaking plane. I mean, talk about an international incident, Yeah, that slim chick, that fireworks explosion on the back of a truck, that was wild. It was crazy. Absolutely, it was. I would love to have been there. Seeing that. uh, huh? Right, right. Yeah, there were drones flying over. There were helicopters flying over. There were people on the bridge. I mean, filming that whole thing. That was insane. I mean, just imagine you're headed down the highway, um, and all of a sudden traffic stops to a standstill, and you get a fireworks display, and it's instantly to the finale. You know, you're you're wanting to you're wanting to play the 1812 overture, man, because I mean it's just going off like that. I mean, for real, y'all. And this stuff goes on all the time, every day. And, most people don't even know it because they're paying attention to all the negativity, all the divisiveness, all the my racism and my this and my that. And, you know, why? You know? I mean, sure, all that stuff is important and all that, but it can't be your entire freaking life. It can't be your entire freaking identity. It can't be the only thing going through your mind. The highway to hell or the highway from hell. Right, right. What is going on, Carl, man? Yeah, they were seriously celebrating 4th of July way early on that one, man. But then, really truthfully, I believe you can have fireworks any time of the year if you have something to celebrate, no matter what it is. You know, I mean, but the big one happens at 4th of July. See, so now every fireworks operator in the entire country now has to top that fireworks display. They now have to top that fireworks display. She's right there, man. She she saw your comment, so she says, "Hey." So yeah, I mean, yeah, that whole divide and conquer thing. I mean, all that, like as I said, all that is really, really important. However, it cannot be your entire being, you know. And when I mean, it cannot be. You are a person. There are lots of different facets that make you you. And if you ignore all the other facets and you concentrate on just one thing, it's the only thing you think about, the only thing you're looking up on the internet, the only thing that you're talking about. Every time you go online, that's the only thing you're chatting with people about. Every time you go see your friends, that's the only thing you're talking about. You're literally living that. That is not good for you up here or in here. Yeah, you most definitely cannot top an 18 wheeler igniting full of fireworks on a freaking highway. You cannot top that. Well, the only thing that would have been better is if somebody had got out there and cranked up some music to it. That's the only thing that would have made it any better is just get some music going. I don't care what it is. Just get some freaking music going while those fireworks are going everywhere and people are ducking and dodging and I mean cars are becoming insurance claims by the second. I mean, explain that to your insurance agent, man, for real. Right, right. Oh Lord, have mercy. I mean, you're chatting about meatloaf. Okay. The food or the musician, the singer? That's a legit question in my world. I mean, you know, I mean, I mean, I could have a pretty good conversation about either one. You know? I mean, seriously, seriously. Oh Lord, I feel, I feel bad for Murphy. Kind of, not really. uh, I don't know. I mean, I do kind of feel bad for her, to get ambushed like that. But no, wow. I don't know. That would. I don't know. That might be a hell of a show to watch. I mean, we all know Murphy. We've seen her. You know her. You love her or you hate her, one or the other. You know, and the food. Yeah, right. Every diner has it. Yeah, for real, for real. Oh, she took it good, and she didn't even put the meme on the screen. I know that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Wow, wow. Yeah, that meme. Really, man, that meme that he had right now. I mean, it was hilarious. It was. I'll be honest. It was hilarious. I won't be putting it on my on the screen on my show either. But it was hilarious. But right now is not the time. Maybe you can get away with that anonymously posting it on freaking X or something, or maybe Instagram or something. But right, 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 Ronan, exactly. You know, but that meme, it was a Carmelo Anthony meme. I'll go ahead and tell y'all, it was a Carmelo Anthony meme, and although yes, it was hilarious, that particular meme right now would not be a good thing to be putting up on your screen as a podcaster, you know, for real, for real, you know. I mean, I mean, when the climate is a literal powder keg like the ones behind me, you know, you don't go lighting matches, you know. uh, I mean, that's the way I see it, and right now the climate surrounding that case is a literal powder keg. I mean, it could easily, so easily, turn into another summer of love, which I still predict that's going to happen. But I don't have to actively try to make it happen. you know right, right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that that meme has been around, and around certain circles and whatnot. You know, but I'm not gonna be the one to light that match. I'm not gonna try to perpetuate um the division and the hate and the you know and all of that. That's not me. That's not who I am. And the whole reason I changed my content, and changed my show, and the whole reason that you see the dynamite behind me instead of my normal background is I'm rebuilding the background. It's going to be entirely different. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you're still there, Carl. I hope you are. I want you to see something. I hope you're still there, Carl. I want you to see this. Okay, I finally got it. I've been talking about it for a long time when we talk about Iron Bean coffee. I finally got it. My skull to drink the coffee from. The skull of my enemies. I finally got it. And and I had a cup of coffee out of it this morning, you know. uh, it's my background is not cooperating. If I turn it just the right way, sometimes it'll work. It did just a minute ago. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Check that out. Check that out. Come on. Anyway, you saw it. I finally got my skull. If it wasn't illegal, I probably would. But it's freaking illegal. I don't want to go to prison over something to drink my coffee from. Um, um I'll tell you, I actually got it through Walmart, the Walmart Plus shopping app. You can just go to Walmart.com and search for it, and that's where I got it. They curate. They don't just sell their own products. They curate products. They even sell stuff on Walmart .com from Amazon. Amazon has a Walmart store. Figure that one out. I haven't looked to see if Walmart has an Amazon store. But, the skull of a Somalian. Well, I don't rightly know the race of the donor. I didn't kill him, so nor did I clean the skull. You know. So, but yeah, you can order you one. Just go on Walmart.com and look it up. Do a search, and they're not that expensive. It is very thick. I'd say that's probably about oh a, at the very top lip. That's about a quarter inch, but it thickens up as it goes down. It goes to about, I'd say, almost a half inch thick. So it's very thick, very sturdy. It is solid ceramic. So you see how thick those walls are right there. So it will definitely keep your coffee hot. It's insulated. What would be awesome is for you to get one and James to get one, and everybody get one of those, and we all drink from the skulls of our enemies on one podcast together. But yeah, I finally got it. I only wish that it was actually a product of Iron Bean Coffee, so that I could literally say that, I got the drink from the skulls of your enemies, and got the skull to drink it in from the same company. Right, right. I've had exes that were like that. They like to throw things, you know. Um, Usually things that will hurt badly. I have scars, you all, and there is a reason that they are exes. It usually has something to do with pain and bleeding. So yeah. Oh no, everything in the house is at her height. We had to compensate for her height. Everything in the house is where she can reach it, and even some things that normally would be out of her reach. I challenge her. I make her reach for them. And she can do it. She can do it. She can reach things that even she didn't think she could reach. So, but she's not one of those kind that likes to throw things. You know, the worst that happens if we get into an argument is we yell at each other. You know, I mean, that's the worst thing that happens with me and her. And that's the way it should be. There shouldn't be all that violence. You know, I mean, unless the two of you agree upon the idea that you both like violence and like pain, there shouldn't be any violence in the relationship. Right? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now I let her think she has a say so. You know. Yeah, she thinks that. She said she lets me think I have a say so. You know. But I mean, I truth be told, I rarely ever tell her no. And if I do tell her no, she knows that there's a really good reason behind it, and she goes with it. She may not like it, but she goes with it. Oh, Friday night, 9 p.m. You mean tonight? Oh no, today's Thursday. Everything's been going crazy this week. I get my days mixed up, even though right at the top of this show I told y'all what day it was. Yeah, how quickly I forgot because of all the craziness. Yeah, I rarely ever tell her no, and when I do, it's for a really good reason, and she knows it, so she goes with it. So she may not like it, but she knows that there's a good reason, and usually it has something to do with her safety or something of that nature. So, or it's something that is outrageous and we just can't afford it. Absolutely not. She said she wanted a kangaroo, Ronan. Absolutely not. I don't care. I don't care if we had 100,000 acres. You know, no, you are not getting a kangaroo. First off, we're not in Australia. Ronan says they're too big for you. Get a wallaby. They're smaller and they look the same. No, you're not getting a wallaby either. Oh, Lord have mercy. Quit putting ideas in her head. No, you're not getting a wallaby. Lord have mercy. Uh, yeah, that is crazy. Over here, yeah, you can have them as pets. You have to have an exotic wildlife license. But yeah, you can have them as pets here, and that is a weird situation where they're native to your country and you can't keep them as pets. And that is crazy. That is insane to me. Right, right, Carl. Yeah, imagine robbing somebody's house and there's a freaking kangaroo in there. The kangaroo bows up, he grab a kangaroo grabs a hold of you and looks you dead in the eye, and the next thing you know, you don't have any guts anymore. Oh, they're in Australia. They're classified as pests, kind of like rats. Yeah. So, well, I mean, they're native to Australia, and they do reproduce quite prolifically. So I mean, that's I could see that. I could see them being classified as pests. Oh no, 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 no! Big Tony is not going to be Big Tony exotic. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, not gonna be Big Tony exotic. Nope, nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be proper. Wouldn't be prudent. Not at this juncture. I know my impression is very bad. So that was a very bad impression of Dana Carvey doing President Bush. Yeah, I am kind of dating myself, showing my age, as it were. Now Ronan says, "Nah, it'd be Maryland's exotic pets and kangaroos." She would. That's the thing. She would. I mean, if we had a place where we could do something like that, a large piece of land or whatever, she would absolutely, she would get that exotic wildlife license, and she would most definitely create some kind of animal preserve, specifically for exotic pets, kangaroos, all that kind of stuff. She is all about some animals. I mean, I like animals too, just not that much. Yeah, she literally will see a wild animal or a stray animal or something like that, and it won't come anywhere near her, but she'll give it a name. She saw a frog last night and she named it. It was hanging out outside the front porch of her work, and she named it. You know, they had a bird make a nest in a plant that was hanging outside of her work, and it laid eggs and had little babies, and she named them. So I mean, it's because of her that for a while, Happy Hour, the company she works for, had a company cat. Because of her, the cat came around, she fed it, she gave it a name, and it stayed around. And so, you know, her and a couple of the other employees convinced the home office to invest in getting the cat spayed and making a happy hour cat out of the cat. And then here recently, they decided to rehome the cat. So there's no longer a happy hour cat, sadly. So, but yeah, she literally may never see the animal ever again, but she gives it a name. I'm surprised she had, she regularly sees foxes and deer running out in the field past where she works. And I'm surprised she doesn't name each of them as she sees them go by. Your name is Fred. Your name is Joe. I mean, I'm serious. But maybe it does make the animals feel special for the moment when she is naming them and calling them by their name, etc. So, maybe it does. It'd be a good thought to think that she made them feel special for a couple of moments. You know, you worked at a company that had a cockatoo that used to fly all over Sydney Harbor to join the cruises. Okay. All right, and it would come back. That's a pretty smart bird. You know, used to buy him special treats. Well, that's the thing with animals. They know where they get food and where they get special treatment. They'll always go back to those places where they get food and special treatment. That's just kind of part of their natural instinct. So if you treat animals well, they'll treat you well. I've seen many a case where a person gets hurt, and they have a habit of treating the animals in the area very well, feeding them and whatnot, and that animal discovers that they're hurt, and goes and makes a nuisance of themselves enough until somebody follows them back to the hurt person. you know I mean, because eventually somebody is going to realize that animal is acting desperate, and say, hey, maybe I need to follow this person. So but I've seen many cases similar to that. Um and it is, it never ceases to amaze me. Lassie was a very, very smart dog, very smart. You know, that was one very intelligent dog. And I've had some pretty intelligent animals myself in my lifetime. They really amazed me and surprised me, at how intelligent they were. I'll tell you this: two of my exes, um, two separate exes at two entirely different times, got pregnant while they were with me, and both times it was a cat, not the same cat, but a cat that told me they were pregnant before they were ever showing or having any morning sickness or anything. The cat told me that they were pregnant. And I would look at them after watching the cat and realizing what the cat was doing. I would tell them, "You're pregnant." No, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. We go and get a test. Sure enough, the test comes out positive. One of my exes, we did 10 tests. The store bought tests. We did 10 of them. All came out positive after this cat showed me that she was pregnant. All of them came out positive. She still did not believe it. So we went up to the hospital and had them test her. And it came out positive. Funny thing is, she only half believed them until she started getting the morning sickness. And then she started showing. Then she believed. But, I'll trust an animal quicker than I'll trust a human being. For real. For real. If you pay attention to the animals, they can talk to you, not in words, but they can get ideas across to you. They'll tell you things. You just have to listen. Oh, I think my second screen is starting to go bad. Let me see if that's something on the screen or no, no. It is not something on the screen. I don't know. The center of my screen has significantly large red tint on it. Um, so I'm thinking that it may be starting to go bad. It may not be much longer for this world. Such as all my equipment. I literally just yesterday took my soundboard apart because it was starting to break down on me. It quit working, a lot of it. So what is on the agenda for the rest of the day? For the rest of the day, I have got to work on my set here, and get it finished. And I don't know. Other than that, that's probably going to take me the rest of the evening because I am disabled, and doing things like that is extremely difficult for me. You know, um, I can't stand up long enough to make a sandwich for myself, and I'm not asking for pity or anything like that. It's just a fact of life for me. I can't stand up long enough to make a sandwich. You know, so I mean, you know, taking a major undertaking like redoing my set back here, that's something that's quite difficult. It'll probably take me the rest of the evening, probably well into the night. um no, we're not doing it with scotch tape. I'll be in the middle of a damn show and the whole thing just come falling crashing down. That's right. That's right. We all have issues. It's what we do with those issues that defines us. I try. I mentioned it on the show. I had issues with my scooter. It was having some problems, and I had to work on it. I can't afford to take it to some dealership for them to fix or anything like that. You know, so I had to do it myself. I know enough about electronics and even the mechanical parts of it that I can fake my way through working on an electric scooter. I got it's back up and running right now, and I literally just my soundboard over here was messing up yesterday. So last night I literally took it completely apart and I fixed it. It's working now completely. So I mean, even the lights are working properly. It has cool RGB lights and stuff. That I keep them turned off most of the time, but if I want to, I can hit a button and the lights come on, and they I can set them so that they'll oscillate different colors or whatever. But they annoy me, so I keep them turned off. you know but when you press a button, it lights up, and that was not happening, and the buttons were not doing what they're supposed to, such as for example, if I hit this button right here, you hear that. Well, I hit that button yesterday and you did not hear that. None of my buttons were working. Right, yeah. Yeah, mine will do that on my soundboard. Mine will do that too. They will flash with the beat of the music, and they'll do patterns, all kinds of cool stuff. I want to upgrade, but I just don't have the cash right now. Um so you don't get into this business to get rich, because it's not going to happen. It's only the lucky few that catch a break and go viral, that end up making a decent bit of money, and you know and they have that as an incentive to do this. If you do this, you got to be in it for the love of the game, the love of coming on here on camera talking to people, and sometimes like yesterday, sometimes you're talking to nobody, you know um sometimes you'll sit here and talk to nobody, but you still got to do a show, but for me, I kind of use y'all's energy when you come in here and you're talking to me like you're doing now. You know, my shows end up going a good bit longer because I'm using your conversation, your energy, etc., to keep me going. And when I run out of material and there's nobody talking to me, there's really no reason to keep talking to a dead camera. So my shows end up being short, like yesterday. So y'all come show up as often as you can and get in that chat and talk to me, and we'll have a great show. And I hope you all are all for supporting the new direction of the show, and because the idea is to give people a place to go where it's not about all the politics and the division and the racism and the this and the that, the negativity, of the current world we live in. um well, according to the Bible, it is not money that is the root of all evil. It is the love of money that is the root of all evil. So yeah, if you love money above all else, that is the root of all evil. Yeah, it's like, I have been in the upper echelons. I've been at the top. I've been fully way down in the bottom. Literally, it wasn't that long ago that me and Marilyn were completely homeless, living in tents in the woods. You know, and before that, before the tent, it was literally sleeping on the sidewalk. I mean, you know, and not by our choice. We didn't choose to be there. It was, bad situations caused us to be there. You know, well, the problem comes in when people come over to James's barstool politics, and they want to take over, and they want to control everything, and they want to talk about the things that they want to talk about and nothing else, and they they take over the chat, lock it down, and etc. I mean, well, funny thing is, it was hard when we were living in the woods. It was hard. It was really hard. But even so, we enjoyed ourselves. We made the best of it, and we sure, it was a hardship. It was a hardship, but we made the best of it. We did what we could with what we had, and we had good times. We had hard times. We had bad times. You know we went on with life. You know we I was able to set us up in a situation where we were um, making some items, and selling them. Right, it's what you make it. We set up a stand where we're selling stuff on the side of the street, and we're making okay money, not enough to get us a place to live, but we're making okay money, and it was pretty decent. And we even ended up during that time getting a job, both of us. We were working for one of the produce suppliers for Walmart. And let me tell you, you do not want to know the truth of the produce that Walmart is selling you all. Really, you do not want myself and Marilyn to tell y'all about our experiences, and what we saw that was actually going to the stores to be put out in the produce department for you all to eat. If you did know what we know, you'd probably never buy produce from Walmart ever again. So I mean, I'll just leave it at that. But we did get jobs, and eventually though we couldn't take it anymore. They were treating us badly, and they were making us go against our every fiber of our being to send uh, this nastiness out to Walmart for people to buy and eat. You know, so so we left from there, and we survived, and we were soon going to be getting to the place where we could get us a place, but we got lucky, and these people from this organization found us and said, "Hey, we'll help you." So they helped us, and we took that opportunity and ran with it. We grabbed a hold of it and took off sprinting. you know, Not physically, literally, but metaphorically. I couldn't run if I tried. physically. So, but yeah, yeah, the truthfully and honestly, only certain items of produce at Walmart are actually safe and good for you to eat. I'm not going to go into the details here, but right, yeah, look at me now sitting in a room full of TNT instead of out in the woods. Yeah. Right. Yes, soon the soon the set will be complete, and I know the dynamite will go away. I know, unless you all vote to keep the dynamite. I don't know. I don't want people to get the idea that this is a terrorist podcast or anything. You know, this is not for terrorism. This is for legal demolition. Yes, it's not even real. Do you realize that I had a shirt on earlier before I came on, and I had my camera going with this background up, and let me see if I can make it happen. Well, my shirt had a big red logo on the front of it, and everywhere that red logo was, there was a hole right through my body. You could see the background behind me. It was crazy. Is that the shirt? Oh, you hung it up. I thought that was the shirt. Oh, okay. Darn. Because I had put it is I don't know. You've seen me wear it before. It's my Punisher shirt. It has the Punisher logo right there on the front, in red. And I had that shirt on. I was going to wear it on the show, as I've done before with my regular set, and you know, you could see right through me. You could see the background behind me, right? And I actually thought about doing the show like that, but it presented a distraction to me. It was, she's gonna go get the shirt, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. She, yeah, it actually presented a distraction to me. So I mean, I actually considered doing the entire show with a big hole in my chest like that. I even put some different backgrounds on, and here, take this there. Oh, now it's not going to do it. Of course, it's not going to do it now that I'm talking about it. But yeah, that's the shirt, okay, in question. And of course, it is now not going to do it because I'm talking about it. Darn it! To get this thing straight on me. Yeah, now it's not going to do it. That is crazy. Maybe it was an acid flashback from way back in the day. I don't know. But Marilyn saw it too, and she's never done acid. So that is crazy, man. I don't know. Next time something like that happens, I'm actually going to record it. That I think there's an AI in my computer that is screwing with me. I talk crap to those things. I really do. I'll tell if it's messing up on something that I ask it to do. I'll tell it that it's weak, and it can't handle a simple task, and I'll tell it that that like say I'm getting Grok to do something. I'll tell it it's weak. It can't handle a simple task. I'm going to go get Chat GPT to do it, and it'll come back. Well, no need to go to the competition. I talk crap to those things. Yeah, next time I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to, and I'm gonna make it as obvious as I can. I'm gonna put a like a frozen tundra background behind me, something like let's see. Oh, let's see, something like that. I'm gonna put something like that behind me, so that when you see the whole, you see my shoulder, you see my shoulder when I did that just then. There, see my shoulder disappeared. So when it shows a hole in my chest next time, you know you'll be able to see the frozen tundra through my chest. um It'll be quite obvious. Yeah, it does. It blurs me a little bit. I have tried and tried and tried to get it to crisp up around the lines and everything, and tried to stop that, the disappearing thing, you know but I can't seem to get it to do it, you know and I don't have the money for like $1,000 camera and several $100 for special software and everything. I've looked into it. If I had that kind of money, I could probably make it look the quality of a movie, Pixar or something. You know, huh? Okay. Oh, see, you need to explain these things before you just go blurring things out. I'm trying to figure out what the heck you're talking about. But I have a green screen. I've got to. It's this plastic like material, and it came to me. I ordered it. It came to me not on a roll as you would expect, but it came folded up. Now it's got crease marks all in it. And I'm trying to figure out how you get those crease marks out. It's kind of a plastic vinyl kind of material. I don't know if a heat gun or a hair dryer or something of that nature uh, would take those creases out or not. But I do have an actual physical green screen. Oh, so I mean, I could put it up behind me and do all kinds of cool stuff. That background that I'm currently using on the show with the dynamite. Um, where'd it go? Right there. That right there is an AI creation. I created that using AI. Actually, three different AIs because um, I started with one AI and it crapped out on me about halfway through. And then I took the image that AI created to another AI, and it crapped on me, about halfway through that. And then finally the third AI got me what you see now. Um, and then I added in my camera program, um, my actual studio on my computer, not Rumble Studio. I added my logo and my name in the corners there. I added those myself, so they're not actually a part of the image. See, I just made that one disappear. There's the background, and There went my name. Yeah, I keep trying to get her to sit still. I used to have a microphone set up for her, and she used to actually talk on air, but then she would get up and be wandering all over the house, and and doing this and that and the third thing, and I mean, she she wouldn't sit still and try and be a part of the show. She'd just make comments every now and then, just like she's been doing tonight. She'll sit over here for a little bit and she'll make some comments, and then she'll get up and she'll go make cookies, or what have you, make a candle or some soap, or or whatever, some kind of lotions, or balms or emollients or whatever, and I mean, she'll just do other stuff, and then every now and then she'll pipe up with a comment or something. So yeah, so I mean, she blames it on ADHD. I don't I don't think so. I think that's just an excuse. So yeah, well, she just handed me a piece of cookie dough for Reese's cookies. Like mm, like the Reese's peanut butter cups, Reese's cookies. So she's all the time making stuff like that. Mm. So yeah, she's always slaving over that cauldron. One of these days I'm going to actually get her a cauldron. He'll come in real handy at Halloween. Mhm. I know a guy, that he works in iron. So yeah, I might see about getting him to custom make her own cauldron. Maybe see if he'll if he can put her name on the side of it or something. Her her name on here that I gave her was Mad Marilyn. She's even got logos and everything. I think I have one of her logos loaded up to Studio. I'm not sure. Let me see. Hmm. Oh, there it is. There it is. Check that out. That's her logo. And that's her logo that that I created for her. If you recall, some of you may recall, probably not everyone, but there I used to do a Tim Tam. No, no. I've not had a Tim Tam. But if you all would recall, some of you remember, I used to do a movie show on Saturday called Mad Marilyn's Movie Madness. And originally, that was supposed to be hosted by her. And that was supposed to. No, that's a little smaller than life size. You know, but it was that show was supposed to be hosted by her. That was supposed to be her show. Well, her work decided they liked her so much that she had to work on Saturdays and Sundays and pretty much every other day. And she every so often might maybe get a day off. So it fell onto me to host Mad Marilyn's Movie Madness. But in the creation of that show, I created the her that logo you just saw. Okay, I'll actually look it up right now. Let's see. Uh, Seems to be a popular search. Um, okay, let's get that where I can read it. Tim Tam Slam, also known as a Tim Tam Suck or Bomb, is a popular Australian ritual that involves using an Arnott's Tim Tam biscuit as a straw to drink a hot beverage. As the liquid is pulled through the biscuit, the inside softens and melts. Um, and then it has instructions on how to do a Tim Tam Slam and some tips for success with your Tim Tam Slam. Um, and it has a picture of let me see if I can share the picture. Let me there is a picture of Tim Tam and a hot beverage. So yeah, Tim Tam, it looks really similar to something that we have. Um, it's kind of a wafer type situation that is dipped in chocolate and has a filling in between the wafers. So that's what I mean. It looks to me. I mean, I may be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. Um, if you freeze them, they might survive a trip over here. I might see if I can. Let me look real quick. I might see if I can acquire some Tim Tam. Oh, I can. I can. It's rather expensive because of shipping, I'm assuming. Um, but I actually can get it over here. I'm sure that the price is because of shipping, but I wouldn't mind getting some. Getting the multiple different flavors that they have and trying them. Looks like they've got one that's a mint. I like mint. Yeah, I see a bunch of different flavors of Tim Tam. I mean, and the price, and for if you consider that it's the majority of the price is shipping from there to here, it's not badly too horribly priced. I might see what I can do. I probably have to wait till um, the first of the month though, because bills have wrecked me this month. It's not a wafer. Okay. What I did just then when that went up on the screen, I just copied the link that you posted in the chat, and okay.
Yes, Tim Tams. They're so delicious. Have you tried one of these before?
Never.
They're so good. So these are really they're an Australian biscuit.
I've never heard of Tim Tams. It's a chocolate
real
cookie.
ASMR going on there. Yeah, it's like a cookie. Oh, it's open already.
Very
Okay,
crinkly
ready?
bag. All right.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Now,
All right.
how do we do the Tim
Okay, so
Tam
take a
slam?
Tim Tam.
Okay. It smells
Now-
great already.
So this would be like a little cup of tea. You're trying to get cozy on the couch. Maybe a fire is on.
Yes.
Maybe some milk is in the tea usually. So you'd bite off one corner. And bite off diagonally opposite the other corner.
Are we just eating cookies together?
And then you and then okay. And then you use it like a straw. So you dip it in. Ooh.
Genius, right away.
Just a little bit. Now bite
Weird.
Now
It's
bite
totally
it.
working.
Now bite it before it falls apart.
It's totally soft and
It's
yummy.
really
Oh
good.
my god! This is great. Tim Tam slam.
So good.
Game changer.
All right.
Yes, Tim Tams. This
Okay. Well, now that was interesting. Literally got demonstrated how to do the Tim Tam Slam right there. Yeah, I don't like Bill either. Yeah, Bill takes too much of my money. She's just sitting there shaking her head at that joke. It didn't go over well with her. Yep, Bill takes too much of my money. I don't like Bill. Yes. Oh, she just got the joke. She is a blonde. I have to, give her that. She is blonde, so every now and then she does ask for a refill. The air in her head. You know, it leaks out occasionally. He says coffee or hot chocolate is the best for the Tim Tam Slam. I might see if I can't get some Tim Tam, and if I do, I'll bring it on the air and do it on the air from my skull. Do the Tim Tam Slam in my skull. And I'll let everybody know that Ronan recommended that. So I always shout people that give me good ideas or they send me stuff or anything like that. I will always shout them out, and if it's like something to eat, I'll try it on the air. Something like that. Just to uh, just to honor the person, to because they were nice enough to send me something. I shout them out on the air, and I will generally try to try the product, whatever it is, on the air. You know, no matter what country it's from. I grew up eating internationally. Not going internationally. I have traveled, but as a kid, I grew up eating internationally. I was not sheltered when it come to food. They had me trying all kinds of things. Oh, you're supposed to put it instead of just biting it. You're supposed to put the whole thing in your mouth after you do the Tim Tam Slam. After you suck it through, you put the whole cookie in your mouth, or as you call them, a biscuit, into your mouth and eat that all at once. Oh, I could see it with it. We dip cookies in hot chocolate, coffee, things like that, milk, and you know, some of the ones that we like to dip will get real soggy and whatnot, and we have to take it real quick, put it in our mouth, before it just literally falls apart. Um, so I like doing that with shortbread cookies, um, especially with like some hot chocolate. You know, but I'm probably going to see if I can acquire some Tim Tam, and we'll do it on the air. I'll shout you out, Ronan. Because I like trying new things. I always have. And I was not sheltered from various different types of foods from around the world. You know, I've tried Vegemite and I don't like it. No, sir, I didn't like it. Yeah, I did have the opportunity to try uh, Vegemite on some toast, and yeah, I didn't like it. It wasn't to me. It wasn't good. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure because of what Vegemite is, it's a good thing when you're sick. Um, I'm sure of that. You know, I'm not saying it tastes good. To me, it does not. To some people, there are. I the person that gave me the Vegemite to try said they loved it. Oh, nah, nah. I won't hate you. Uh, I might plot my revenge, but you might end up getting a package. But uh, I used to have some friends that lived down there in Australia. I don't know if they still live there. I lost communication with them. I don't know if they still live down there or not. But yeah, I used to have some really good friends that lived down there. Yeah, so I put too much on there. I didn't do the spreading. It was done for me. Lots of butter and a thin scrape of Vegemite. Right, right. But yeah, I've tried a lot of things from around the world. It's amazing to me that I have never tried Tim Tam. I've heard of Tim Tams, the cookies, but I've not known what they were as far as were they a wafer, were they a cookie, what they were. I've heard of Tim Tams, but I've never tried them, and I've definitely never heard of the Tim Tam Slam. And I'm willing to give it a shot. And I've tried foods from around the world, and some of them I liked, some of them I totally detest to this day. you know, but that's one thing that I was definitely not sheltered from is food. Hey, I admit to being a fat boy, and I admit to loving my food. Think of it like eating soy sauce. You wouldn't drink a shot glass of it. No, I wouldn't. Absolutely not. Um, but yeah, I was, it was somebody that had had spent some time down there in Australia, and came back and had some Vegemite, and was like, "You need to try this. I love it," and they did me some Vegemite on the toast, and I tasted that, and my system totally rejected it. It said, "Nope, not gonna do it." So yeah, and maybe they did it wrong. And maybe they just have really messed up taste buds, and uh, you know, right, right. Some things are just meant to to use a touch of it, to add just a little bit of flavor to whatever you're adding it to. Um, that's how some things are designed. You know, and of course, I actually don't think Vegemite was actually ever intended to be like a staple type thing that you eat regularly. you know, I don't think that was the intention when it was invented. Oh, these are still warm and soft. She brought me one of the cookies that she was making. So oh, that's pretty good. Mm, that is pretty good. Mm. Oh yeah, I realize that. I realize that. These are, by the way, these are not zero sugar. They're not sugar free. They're not low carb. After I get off of here, which will be really soon, I will be taking a shot. Yeah, she see they don't make zero sugar Reese's Pieces, and these cookies have Reese's Pieces in them. So I knew when I saw the cookie that I was going to have to take a shot. You know, so You use it in your stew? Hmm. I've never heard of that. It may have some hops in there. I really don't know. Well, let's investigate while I'm still on here. Let us investigate. Oh, hmm, another really popular search. It's made primarily from leftover brewer's yeast extract. It's blended with vegetables, spices, malt extract, and salt to create a highly savory, umami rich flavor similar to beef bouillon. Didn't taste like beef bouillon when I tried it. And it is famously packed with B vitamins. The base of the spread, harvested from brewer's yeast, originally grown on barley and wheat, used in beer manufacturing. Salt is added in high quantities for preservation, and the signature salty bite of the spread. Um, the malt extract is, of course, derived from barley to give it a malty, slightly sweet undertone. Vegetable and spice extracts, flavors derived from vegetables like celery and onion to add depth to it. And added B vitamins, B1, B3, B2, B9, are supplemented to make the paste highly nutritious. It is, by the way, completely vegan, halal, and kosher. So it should make everybody happy, I guess. Yeah, the as you say, the rubbish left over from making beer. Yes. So now we know what is actually in Vegemite. They always like to learn new stuff. Now, and that's actually my philosophy. Never ever stop learning. Make it a point every day to learn at least one new thing every day. Mm. That's I mean that's been my philosophy for ever since I was a little kid. Mm. My family bought me two different full sets of encyclopedias, and I was every day in those encyclopedias learning new stuff. Right? Probably for a lot of people, it's a one of those foods that you keep around for whenever you get sick. I mean, one of my exes, her whole reason for keeping bouillon around was for when she got sick. She would have me go in and make some broth from the bouillon, and that would help her get better. Right, right. Learned a lot today. Yep. Soon as I can, it'll probably be after the first of the month. But as soon as I can get some, get it shipped here, and I just checked into the prices of what it would cost to get it shipped here, and I think I can handle it. Getting a nice little selection of the various different flavors that are available, and after the first of the month, when I get paid, I'll see about getting some shipped to me. I don't know how long it's going to take to ship it from there to here. Um, Probably depends on how much I pay for shipping. So as soon as I get it, I'll do a Tim Tam Slam right here on the air and shout out Ronan because it's his idea. Right? You like that? Yeah. Yeah, like how I do that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a gift, man. It's a gift. A wallaby. That's what he's talking about. A mini kangaroo. Yes, they are marsupials, just the same. They have the little pouch, the whole 9 yards. It's I'll later I'll pull up a picture of one, let you see it. So yeah. But here the thing about Australia is the majority of animals that you all have down there are out to murder human beings, man. They they will kill you. And it would not surprise me a bit if a little wallaby, you know, uh, just nutted up on a human being and ripped him to shreds. That would not surprise me a bit. I've heard of koalas doing that. Oh, I have. I've heard of koalas going on the attack. You know, probably because they didn't have their bamboo and eucalyptus to eat. You know, they got pissed off. Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of koalas going on the attack, and so many Americans. Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, you go snatch you one of those out of a tree. No, but well, yeah, yeah. I mean, they aren't necessarily looking for humans to kill, you know, but a lot of y'all's animals, if they come across you, they will not hesitate. You know, they won't hesitate at all. Right? And I bet they are. During mating season, I bet the koalas are seriously vicious. Those males anyway. You know, but you know, and funny thing, I don't know if you've noticed, Ronan, but since I've made this switch over in my content, it's funny. A lot of the weird, unusual, and wild stuff that I present seems to come from Australia. There's usually at least one story per episode that comes from Australia. So I don't know what that's all about, man. Yeah, but hey, these things come from everywhere. Crocs, yeah. They are. They're leftover remnants from dinosaur age, the same as alligators. In fact, I think crocs are older. Oh, yeah, they'll remember you and hunt you. Oh yeah, yeah, they will. Yeah, those suckers, man, they're evil. You know, you do something they don't like, or hey, they just see you and decide they don't like you, or you look like you might be a tasty morsel for their dinner. You know, they'll remember you and hunt you down. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, y'all, the conversation has been great. We've been going over 2 hours, and I really got to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a show. Yeah, I thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me. You could have uh, gone to any podcast, and hung out. You came and chose mine, and I am so thankful for that. And y'all, if you haven't already, before you leave, just go down below and hit that thumbs up, a like button, whatever it is on the platform you're watching from. It looks like we're majority being watched right now on Rumble, but there are some people on other platforms watching. Um, if you haven't already, hit that follow or subscribe button, whatever you see on your platform. Um, Hit that thumbs up or like button, and turn the notifications on so you know when I come on, which is, by the way, Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. And yeah, you have a great one, Ronan, and everyone else have a great one. God bless you all, and as always, God bless America. Lord knows this country needs all the blessings it can get. And until next time, y'all stay safe out there. Have a great one. This is Big Tony, a host of Big Tony Speaks. I'm out of here.